Welcome to installing Windows 2000 on your VMware. First, you need to download the ISO file that we were given in class. I downloaded it and slid it on over here onto my desktop, so make sure you know where it is that you have put this ISO file. So we're going to start a new machine, typical, and the installer, we're going to browse to our desktop where I have it, and Windows Server 2000. Hit open. Go on to next. This operating system will use Easy Install. Oh, the product key. Let's see, I just had that. Here we go. So, there we go. And full name. System seems to know I'm already Sue. And then create a password. And this can be optional, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And click Next. This is my second attempt actually at Windows 2000. So we're just going to leave this server, advanced server, second. And go ahead and leave it where it's going to put it. Hit Next. We're going to choose the 8 gigabytes as the maximum size. Hit Next. Customize our hardware. As you can see, our DVD is browsing to the Windows Server ISO file. Connect it. Power is important. And your floppy is at auto detect. And you can or don't have to connect it power on. It's not a big deal. And finish. Okay, now I did this last night and it seemed to take it a little while. Farther than or longer than someone else's file. So we're going to see what we need to do here. It's loading the files. I thought that it may have everything to do with the fact that I'm running out of space on my computer, but then not running out of space on the external drive, which is where my VMware is located. However, I restarted the machine, so there is nothing going on in here except what I'm doing right now. Setup is starting Windows 2000. Pretty much you get this to a point and then you let the software do its thing. We've seen how this is developing as we've advanced through the operating systems. They've made it easier and easier for common users to be able to do this. To continue setup, you need to press C. Make sure that your computer cursor, you click in the screen, and now you're working on the screen. So we're going to hit C for continue. Setup is formatting. Now that did that before, where it didn't actually go through the thing. Must have done it so quick. Setup is copying files. Now Now I could pause this recording and you would miss out on some of this timing, but I really kind of think it's important for you to see every single step, and I don't know it well enough to be able to stop and then have it go boom, 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 and do three things that we would have missed. So just bear with me, and we're going to actually watch this go through the process. As you can see, it says this may take several minutes to complete. Over there on the bottom right, you can see all the different files that are being copied. We'll just let it do it by itself. We don't have anything in our A floppy drive. Wow, starting up Windows 2000 Server Family. Don't get too excited though, we kind of do this a couple times. And you can see on the bottom it says Easy Install is installing Windows 2000 Advanced Server. Setup is detecting and installing devices on your computer. This will take several minutes, and during this time your screen may flicker for a few seconds. Move our clicker out of the way. Now, although the bar seems to be a little bogged down here, I can see that my computer is working. So it's thinking and doing something. It's detecting and installing is what it's doing. Now, because also that I'm doing this with Cam Studio and not with Movie Maker, I can't actually go back and edit this, I don't believe. I haven't tried working with Movie Maker just yet. But I need to. Okay, there was the flickering. check Cam Studio, make sure that we do have record from microphone, and the region is full screen. Okay, good. Okay, installing network software allows you to connect to other computers, networks, and the internet. So we're waiting now while Windows installs networking components. All of these are important steps, and you need to remain calm and patient during these processes. There's a lot going on that your computer is doing right now. I noticed someone else's video, and it all seemed to happen in less than 10 minutes. But when I did mine previously, it took about 27 minutes. And so while I was waiting last night, I was talking about in 2002, I believe, I tried to download a game off the internet. It was an American Army game, and my computer was very ancient and very slow, and it took 36 hours for me to download the game. And then after all that, it didn't work. So I had to delete it. So my computer was just too stinking slow for that. A lot has changed in almost 10 years. It's installing the Internet Information Services. Please wait while Setup installs Start menu items. Registers components. This is a reality video because this is the reality of how long it takes. We didn't speed this up for your convenience. But that also lets you know that if your computer is taking as long as mine is, there's nothing wrong. It's all going to work out. Isn't it funny how it just kind of jumps ahead? It'll kind of bog for a little while, and then it just sort of jumps ahead there. Okay, now it is saving the settings. So, read any good books lately? My mother gave me a copy of The Life of Pi, and just so happened that my son was given a copy of that to read while he was on Rotary Exchange in Sweden, and he read it. And they both enjoyed the book very much. So if you haven't read it and were looking for something to read, The Life of Pi, P-I, very good. I started it, but then I got sidetracked with school and stuff, and I need to go back and finish it. My other son just recently read a book called Heaven is for Real. This is an evaluation copy of Windows 2000. Verify that your computer's date and time settings are correct. Okay. November 18th. Yes, it is 5:45 according to my other computer. And my time zone is Pacific. Okay. Windows 2000 has been installed successfully. Setup needs to restart your computer to continue. Your computer will automatically restart in 15 seconds. We'll let it do its thing. No use rushing it. Anyway, that book, Heaven is for Real, was written by Todd Burpo, and it is very, very inspiring and interesting. His little boy had an emergency appendectomy, and in the months that followed casually talked about going to heaven and meeting his grandpa, who he'd never met, and meeting Jesus, and meeting some other people. It was a very inspiring book. So if you get a chance, you might want to read that one too. All right, we're back to this window, starting up, Windows 2000 Server Family. And there's the copyright there, 1985 to 1999. I had a computer with Windows 95 Plus on it for quite a length of time, and I did enjoy that. And we didn't cover that in this class. Operating systems, probably very similar to 3.1. Loading your personal settings, applying your personal settings. Looks like we're on our way. Okay, now this happened to me, and it did not happen in another student's video. For some reason, it wants to download my VMware tools, and I do not know why it wants to do that. It must be something that's picked up somewhere, but it's best to just go ahead and let the computer do what it's going to do. Okay, and while that's going on, let's take a look at this. This is successfully completing the Windows 2000 server setup. If you prefer to configure your server later, select the third option. This is the only server in my network, or one or more servers are already running in my network. I think we had some issues with this. I'm going to pick, alright, it's not going to let me. This one. your server. To set up networking on your computer. All right, now we're shutting down. Okay, the VMware tools must have been installed. Windows is now shutting down and probably restarting. Here we are starting up again. Notice also that it has on the side built on NT technology. Windows NT was really a basis for all the other operating systems that were to follow, even up through XP, Vista, and now Windows 7. Okay, press Control Alt Delete to begin. Remember that your cursor is inside, so what we're going to do is hit VMware. Oh, is that what we need to do? Yes. And then send Control Alt Delete. Remember your password. Whoop. Click inside, and then you've got, and hit OK. Wow, and by George, I think we have it. Now here it is asking us to configure your server, and we're going to worry about this at another time. So that is how you install Windows 2000 on your VMware. Thank you very much. Have a great evening, day, whatever. Thanks for watching.